Hello, welcome back to Cooking with Lindy. Today I am going to be making pinto beans. I've already boiled them because they take a long time to cook. What I did is I soaked them in water for about a couple of hours, and then I boiled them until they were nice and tender. So now I'm going to finish off the pinto beans dish. You can have this with your rice. You can have it on its own. You can make it into a soup and just have it as a, pinto bean soup. But I prefer having it with my rice or any grain that I cook. So it could be my rice or even pasta, It's beans. It doesn't matter how you have your beans, right? So we'll go ahead and get right into it, and I'll show you how I prepare my my pinto beans. All right, so in this pan, I have some oil. This is the pan that I used to boil the pinto beans. I'll go ahead and I will put in the onions that I already chopped up. And I'm gonna put in some red peppers as well, because the beans are a dark color. So you want it to be colorful. So that's why I'm putting in the colorful peppers. So we'll let that cook. See that in there, and then I am going to go ahead and add some paprika. I'm going to use the smoked paprika because it gives it a very nice smoky taste. And I'm going to add in some curry. Again, whatever curry you prefer, be generous. And of course we need to put in some salt, because when I boiled the beans, I did not put any salt while it was boiling. So I really need to be very generous with my salt over here. And we'll go ahead and get that all mixed in. See that? Get it all cooked. I wish you guys could smell this. It is smelling divine in the kitchen. All right. I'm also going to add a little bit of turmeric. I like adding turmeric to my meals. Gives a beautiful color. All right, so mix that in there. Let that cook. So I'm making a big batch of the beans so that I'll be able to get some during the week, and I don't have to worry about having to prepare anything during the week. So that's what I'm doing right now, getting this all cooked in here. Okay, so my onions, my red peppers, and the spices have all cooked down, as you can see. That's what it looks like. I'm going to go ahead and you can add chopped tomatoes. I'm taking the easy route on this one. I'm just going to go ahead and add some tomato paste. So about, 2 teaspoons will be enough for this. And mix that in. As you can see, that's what it looks like. See that? All right, so mix that in. It's become a paste, and the reason is because of the tomato paste, of course, that I put in here, but it's going to break down here in a bit. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the pre-boiled beans. So that's what the pre-boiled beans look like, and there's a little bit of juice from when I was boiling it. You don't want to throw that juice away because you will need it for this part of the dish. And so I'm going to go ahead and pour that, just the juice or the water, whatever you want to call it. Set that aside, and then let that simmer a little bit with the tomato, onion, and peppers and all the spices. And see, it's much better. It's not as thick as it was before. Then it's time to add the pinto beans in here. So put that in there. mix, 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 because you want everything to get incorporated. Beans, the tomato paste, the onion, the spices. Yes, the spices. See that? That's what it looks like. All right, I'm going to add just a little bit more water. This is the container where the beans were in. I'm going to add water to this container so I can get more of that juice. And pour that in there. Mix it in. All right. And just let it simmer for a few more minutes so that the paste, spices, and all that can get right into the beans. So we'll let that simmer for a bit. Okay, the beans have been simmering for a good 5-10 minutes or so, and they are ready. So let's see what it looks like. Look at that yumminess. You can actually have this on its own, just, you know, as is. And we need to finish off our presentation, of course, with a little bit of cilantro. And there you have it. Your beans are ready. You can actually enjoy them like this or on a bed of rice. All right, everybody. Thank you again for joining me, Cooking with Lindy. I will see you again. Have a good day.